the dialysis. The previous classes we have discussed about the acute kidney injury and the chronic kidney failure, and now you know about what is the importance of the dialysis for the patients with acute kidney failure and chronic kidney failure. Here there are a lot of indications is present for the patient dialysis. And so let us say what is dialysis and what are the methods of dialysis. Okay. Here, dialysis is the movement of fluid and molecules across a semi-permeable membrane from one compartment to another. Clinically, dialysis is a technique in which substance move from the blood through a semi-permeable membrane and into a solution. It is used to correct fluid and electrolyte imbalances, and also it is used to remove the waste product. Here, dialysis it is mainly used to purify the blood. Here there is a one semi-permeable membrane. The semi-permeable membrane, by using this semi-permeable membrane, we will be clear the waste product. Here through the semi-permeable membrane, the body fluids, it will be transferred from one compartment to another compartment. Then the filtration will be happen. So the waste product from blood will be the waste product of the blood will be purified by using this semi-permeable membrane, with the help of this semi-permeable membrane. Here through the semi-permeable membrane, the fluid membrane, it will be goes into dialysate. From this it will be corrected and will be reinfused to the patient body. That is a process of the dialysis. Okay. The main purpose, it is used to correct the fluid and electrolyte imbalances and remove the waste product. Dialysis means it is the removal of the waste product and purify the blood and fluids. When the kidneys failure and the conditions only, we will be use these dialysis technique, and some other indications also were present, like drug overdose and toxins. These are some of the indications for the dialysis. Here, this is one of the hemodialysis. So, the hemodialysis we can be discussed in the hemodialysis portion. So, mainly we have two types of dialysis. That is hemodialysis and peritoneal dialysis. So, let us see. Firstly, we have we are going to see peritoneal dialysis. Here, in the peritoneal dialysis, peritoneal membrane act as a semi-permeable membrane. Peritoneal membrane act as a semi-permeable membrane. While in the hemodialysis, we were used an artificial membrane, usually artificial membrane, which is made up of cellulose or any synthetic material. Very nice cellulose made or very nice cellulose based material we are used in the hemodialysis machine. By using that material, we will be we will be remove the waste product. So in the hemodialysis, the cellulose based material act as a semi-permeable membrane to clear the patient blood. This is a picture of the peritoneal dialysis. You can see this peritoneal membrane act as a semi-permeable membrane to correct or to remove the waste product. So the main one of the patient feeling is that patient always feeling abdominal fullness, always patient felt an abdominal fullness. That is one of the major drawback of this peritoneal. Here Generally, the dialysis begin when the patient uremia can no longer be adequately treated. That is, patient uremia is very high and it is not properly treated. At that time, we will go for this. Here, when the and this is one indication for the dialysis. Another one indication for the dialysis, it is when the GFR level is less than 50. At the time, it is also another indication. Here, for a one patient, dialysis indication is not same for another patient. The dialysis indication, it will be vary according to the patient condition and according to the nephrologist suggestion. So the indication for the dialysis is entirely different. So you people can't compare the we can't make any similarity of the cost for the one dialysis and another dialysis. It will be definitely, it's different for a different persons, and based upon the patient condition only we can able to choose the type of dialysis and also indication for that. Another thing is uremia. I'm already said that uremia, it is one of the thing, and another thing is another uremic complication, it is encephalopathy and neuropathies, uncontrolled hyperkalemia, and patient have a pericarditis and accelerated hypertension, and at the time we need an immediate dialysis. These whole things will develop due to the presence of the toxic products. So the first and foremost thing is we have to remove the toxic product from our body, then only we can able to treat the patient condition successfully. So these conditions we can go for this dialysis process. Another thing is, most of the patient at the end stage renal disease, we are treated with a dialysis. There are a lot of contraindication for the transplantation. At the time, we will go for this. Then some of the patients may be mentally ill, and some of the patients they do not want transplants, and some of them don't get any proper donor. These are also some of the things or some of the major points we have to remember why the patient is in dialysis in an end-stage renal disease. These are some of the reasons. We will be thinking that why we can go for a transplantation for an every patients. So these all are some of the contraindications or some of the restrictions for the patients for transplantation. At the time we will be go for this dialysis. First thing is, if the patient don't get any donated organ, lack of donated organs, and maybe the patient is physically or mentally unsuitable for the transplantation. Another thing is, patient don't want transplants. This is another thing.